While it's called public service, members of Congress are increasingly enriching themselves by buying and selling stocks in industries that intersect with their official duties. All that and more now on Graf's Grievances. Like everyone else, members of Congress are subject to laws against insider trading. But a New York Times investigation finds that nearly a fifth of federal lawmakers or their immediate family members have bought or sold securities that could have been affected by their legislative work. This past month, as lawmakers were working to address the fallout from two of the largest bank failures in U.S. history, members of Congress were busy buying and selling bank stocks. According to the Wall Street Journal, Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, Republican of New York, bought stock in a regional bank before a subsidiary agreed to take it over. Days before her stock purchase, Malliotakis met with financial regulators to discuss the bank's closure. And Congressman Earl Blumenauer, Democrat of Oregon, reported 3 trades in bank stocks as he co-sponsored legislation to strengthen restrictions on financial firms. Plus, Congressman Dan Goldman, Democrat of New York, sold shares of a failing bank the day before it received an industry bailout of $30 billion. And while a spokesperson for Goldman told the New York Times his portfolio is managed by a third party without his knowledge, his service on the powerful Oversight Committee raises questions about a potential conflict of interest. These 3 recent examples are not even a fraction of the thousands of stock trades made by members of Congress from both parties over the past few years that highlight how public legislating and private investing can overlap and create the appearance of a conflict of interest. Last year, the S&P 500 fell 18%, but you wouldn't know it by looking at the portfolios of U.S. lawmakers. According to Subversive Capital, overall holdings by members of Congress outperformed the S&P 500 by almost 18% in 2022. The shocking performance of congressional stock portfolios makes it appear that legislators' privileged position yields them significant financial benefit in the markets. And unlike so many issues dividing Americans, a majority of Democrats, Republicans, and independents say lawmakers should be banned from stock trading. This, according to a recent Morning Consult Politico poll. Yet despite almost 2/3 of Americans wanting to see a ban on members of Congress trading stocks, the People's House has failed to act. Last year, the Democratic-controlled House of Representatives refusing to bring a bill to the floor that would ban senior government officials and their families from trading stocks. This, a depressing and infuriating development from the Democratic leadership, who routinely campaign on the issues of transparency, fairness, and equality. But the issue of stock trading and conflict of interest is not just confined to Congress. In 2019, the Wall Street Journal reporting that more than 130 federal judges violated the law and judicial ethics by overseeing court cases involving companies in which they or their family own stock. The jurists violating the law were appointed by nearly every president from Lyndon Baines Johnson to Donald Trump. The bottom line, the game looks rigged. Public servants, whether they are members of Congress, judges, or other government officials, must be banned from trading stocks or securities. It is a choice to be a public servant, and with that choice must come restrictions on how one invests. With congressional approval at record lows of around 20%, Congress should want to do anything they can to restore faith in their institution and take action to ensure the American people that they are on the side of their constituents and not using their public office to enrich themselves. Thanks for watching Graf's Grievances. Let me know what you think.